Hello, my dear students of class 11th. Dear student, I am Rajendra Rai, your biology teacher, and representing LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear student, currently you are studying the chapter that is the classification of animal kingdom, in which currently taking the topics in the phylum Chordata, phylum or subkingdom Chordata. And as you know, the subkingdom Chordata, phylum Chordata, that get divided into certain subphylum. And subphylums are like Protochordata and Vertebrata. Protochordata means the urochordates and cephalochordates, as well as the vertebrata. So later on, so my dear student, I mean to say here that so many parameters are there as far as the classification is concerned. Sometimes one parameter will be taken into the consideration, then there will be the another type of the classification. Sometimes another type of the parameter will be taken, then there will there will be another type of the classification. So don't be confused. I mean to say here, don't be confused. The examples of certain protochordates like cephalochordates and urochordates are Amphioxus, lancelet and branchiostoma. These are the certain urochordate and cephalochordates. So these are the primitive chordates. Protochordates means these are the primitive chordates. Notochord is present only at the larval in the larval tail, while in cephalochord it extends from the head to tail region, and that is persistent into the throughout the life. So notochord that get advanced into the vertebral column in vertebrates. Vertebrates means having the vertebral column, which is the division of this chordata. So, my dear student, I was talking about the different classes of the phylum Chordata. So, you don't go in detail in about the different other types of the taxa. You have to have the clear thing in your mind that there will be the clear-cut concept regarding the classification is concerned. And clear concept is that phylum Chordata, then class. Suppose I am going to take the class in this reptilia and aves, then mammalia, and after class there will be the order. So you have to learn in a very simple way so that there will be no any confusion regarding the. Because if you take another parameter, then there will be the other type of classification. If you take another parameter, then there will be the other classification, and you will be confused. So avoid this confusion. You have to be clear in your mind regarding the classification. And come to the class, next class, that is the reptilia. Reptilia and aves. Today I will try to discuss in this video about the reptilia and aves. Class reptilia. Class reptilia and class aves. My dear student, this will be the comparative study as well as the different features which are found in these classes. different features which are found in these classes, and the features will be that I am going to speak over here. And the features are, I would like to take the main features in this video so that you can understand. The main features of this reptilia are: number one, cold-blooded animals, and found cold-blooded found in terrestrial land and water. They may be found in water or they may be found in terrestrial land. Second is that scales are present on the scale. Third, body into head, trunk, and tail. Head, trunk, and tail. My dear student, if you compare these reptile characters with the aves, then you will find that aves are warm-blooded, terrestrial, aerial, and aquatic. Some aquatic birds are also there, which are found in water. So this is about the habitat. Second, feathers are found on the skin. So here scales are found on the skin, and here feathers are found on the skin. Now come to next, that is the third, body into head, trunk, and tail. Body into head, trunk, and tail. Now my dear student, come to the comparison of the character number 4 about the reptile and aves. Then come to the character number 4, and this character is creepers. Legs are found in them, so they may be creep, they may be crawl, and they may be having the limbs. So forelimb, forelimb and hind limb, hind limb, planate, planate. 5. Internal fertilization, 3-chambered heart, 3-chambered heart, closed vascular system, closed vascular system, closed vascular system. Here, if you compare the in AB, character number 4, four limbs modified into wings. 4 limbs modified into wings. Then character number 5, 4-chambered heart, 4-chambered heart with closed vascular system, closed vascular system, closed vascular system. I come to character number 6, that is in the this character number 6, that is in the reptile, that oviparous and internal fertilization, oviparous and internal fertilization. Then come to this in this AV says oviparous and internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. Oviparous and internal fertilization. And in the AV, my dear students, one thing I would like to highlight here, that the existence of feathers was found in first of all in the reptiles like rhinoceros and Archaeopteryx, which was extinct now, जो अब इस दुनिया में नहीं है, उनमें पहले फेदर पाया गया। किस लिए पाया गया? फेदर फॉर द prevention to them from the cold stroke. But later on these feathers get modified for the flying purpose. From one place to another place, so that they can cover the distance within a short span of time. And later on, the modifications was going on as uh, their bone, the AVs, the bird's bones became high, became hollow. So 7 characters, hollow bone, and aerodynamic body, AERO, aerodynamic, aerodynamic body, hollow bones and aerodynamic body, hollow bones and aerodynamic body, so that they can fly easily in the sky. Okay, student, and these are the resemblance as well as the differences in the characters of the. As far as resemblance is concerned, this these oviparous had internal fertilization. This is the resemblance. This is the resemblance. While this is the resemblance. This is the resemblance. तो देख रहे हैं आप इसमें दो कैरेक्टर जो है वो समान है रेप्टाइल और एबीज के, बाकी सारे कैरेक्टर जो है भिन्न हैं। भिन्न क्यों है? भिन्न इसलिए हैं कि देयर इज ए evolutionary trait that is associated with the classification, so that further evolution takes place and later on further new species will come in the existence. So this is the evolutionary trait which are found in among all the living organisms. If you compare them right from the kingdom Monera to the kingdom Animalia, then you will find there are the so many evolutionary traits right from the beginning to the end, and nowadays Homo sapiens is the master of this planet, as well as the Homo sapiens is the having the more complicated brain, so that these Homo sapiens, even not only at this planet, Homo sapiens are going on other planets also. So this is the evolutionary trait, and a time will come when these Homo sapiens will be advanced and will be able to dominate in the complete solar system or in our universe. So dear student, if you go in deep about the classification, about the evolutionary trait, then you will be master for these kind of learning, and you will be able to elaborate, explain, write the answer of the different types of the question which may be asked. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good day, great day, and best of luck.